Hi scientists, I wanted to show you a cool project you can do with your dried plants. So first, here's my dried plants that I have from other years. I have some pressed lupin flowers, and these lupin leaves are very neat. I like these a lot. And I have some petals I saved from an arrowleaf balsam root. I may have some other things in here, I'm not sure. But I wanted to show you a way to make a really special card for someone. So I'm going to take a smaller leaf. I have a small piece of a card. I actually took a note card and cut it smaller for like gift cards from presents. Alright, that's a little too long. I'm going to break that off just a little bit. And I'm going to take my lupin and add my lupin. Let's move this down a little bit here. Add my lupin. And then I have some mailing tape. I'm just going to take a piece of this and I'll cut it later to make it extra long. And you have to line it up really carefully. And then I'll tell you a secret to make another one. I'm just going to lay that right on top and press it down. Okay. Then make sure you've trapped all your flower in there, or your leaves that you saved. And then just kind of, you can trim around the edges. Like that. This one got a little bit off center, so I'm going to trim up the edge. There we go. And now I have a beautiful, beautiful card the next time I need a present. You can also make pictures with them. My daughter has made some beautiful things with her dried flowers. She took, for example, petals and made a ballerina skirt, and took a flower to make a person, and then took the stems of some of these and made little arms and legs, and she created a card with a ballerina on it. So you can do pictures with your plant parts. You don't have to use the whole flower. Take them apart and create a design. Okay? And you can create your own picture. Oh, let's see, what's this one? Oh, that's another lupin. So I just want to, oh, there's a larkspur. Oh, I might have to use part of my larkspur for this one. There's a dried larkspur. Now let me show you what happens when you dry your plants. If you press them really, really flat, you want to make sure for some of them to lay them so the petals will open so you can see the actual shape of the flower. And the same with the leaves. When you do leaves, what they like to do is just kind of bunch up like this. So you want to spread them out carefully when you put your second paper on top so that when they dry, you can see the whole shape of the leaves, and on the back you can see the veins. Maybe you would like to use this part for your art project because you can see the veins and it makes it more interesting. One of the tricks I wanted to show you is if you have a big piece of card, or you can use stiff colored paper, is use clear contact paper. It's much bigger than mailing tape and you can do a much bigger area. Just be sure when you press it, let me bring you this one, I'll show you. Take your thumbnail around the edges of the flower and get rid of those air bubbles. See right there? Press it all down. And that keeps your flower from sliding around, and it keeps the parts, like if the parts break off, it keeps those from sliding out. So one of the things you want to do when you're done is go with your thumbnail and just smooth out all the air bubbles so it's nice and tight. It just makes a nicer card. So that's a good way to save your pressed plants, or it's also a good way to make a present for someone else out of them. You can also just take a nice piece of paper and a glue stick and paste them down. But you have to be careful when you save them that way because any of this could still break off even though it's glued down. That's why I like to do the ones with the tape or the contact paper if I'm doing it for a gift. To just save it, just lightly glue it onto a paper and then you could label it. Petal, lupin, whatever your plant was. for your plant part. See you later.